Despite multiple complaints raised over the quality of Indian medicines, there is no impact on the export value of pharmaceutical products, a top pharma official in the Narendra Modi-led government, Udaya Bhaskar, told News18. Bhaskar, who is a Director General of the Pharmaceuticals Export Promotion Council of India, also known as Pharmexcil, however, added that these incidents have certainly made a dent on India's image. Starting from October 2022, India has been facing several allegations leveled by global regulators, including the contamination complaints by the Gambia, Uzbekistan, United States, Marshall Islands and Micronesia. Some of these allegations were highlighted by the World Health Organization's drug alerts, raising questions over the quality of Indian products. For instance, in October 2022, the World Health Organization linked the deaths of over 70 children in Gambia to the cough syrups manufactured in India, saying it had found unacceptable levels of toxins in the medicines. Pharmexcil, which is an arm that functions under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, has been pushing the Ministry of Health to take stricter actions to bring back the confidence of global regulators post these incidents. According to Bhaskar, issues raised by Gambia, Uzbekistan, United States, Micronesia and other countries have now been addressed and mechanisms have been set to ensure that no such incident occurs in future. India's pharma exports during the calendar year 2023 have touched almost $27 billion against the calendar year 2022 of $25 billion, recording a growth rate of almost 7%. The growth has been driven by exports of generic off-patented drugs, registering a jump over 8%, which is twice of the global market generics growth of 4%. Exports of generic drugs, formulations and vaccines have recorded a turnover of around $21 billion with a growth rate of slightly more than 8%. Let's understand the trends in pharma exports. The top countries of Indian pharma exports during the period of April to November in the financial year 2024 were the United States, Netherlands, United Kingdom, South Africa and Brazil. Exports to the US, which accounts for over 31% of India's exports in pharma products, have expanded by more than 10%, signaling a positive trend. The only region which registered negative growth in exports during the April to November period is the CIS region market. It includes Russia, Belarus, Ukraine, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan and Kyrgyzstan among some other countries. Bhaskar told us that Russia is the most important market for the Indian pharma exports in this region with a share of almost 50%. However, Russia's generic market shrunk by 12% in 2023 as the country has been increasing its own local production as several companies pulled out of the country in late 2022 due to the war. Now, do India need to worry as newer markets may pose a challenge? According to Bhaskar, markets in Africa are starting vaccine production besides some formulation units. This is an area where India has a stronghold. He told us, and I quote, "We are in a situation where reshoring of manufacturing by developed market is being done at a faster pace, alongside an initiation or increase of local production in some of the emerging markets." However, this official explained there is nothing to get upset about as Indian exporters are also gearing up to face these challenges by entering and developing complex generics and investing in biosimilars and biological drugs. India would also be developing more optional vaccines which have excellent potential. It is expected that this would give the right fillip to India's exports and help increase market shares. Also, India has approved the development of 98 biosimilars which are claimed to be the highest in this region, and Indian companies are now focusing on biosimilars along with the development of fermentation technology. In total, all these moves are expected to push the pharma exports. So far, India's pharma exports have already touched over 200 markets across the globe. Though covered, Pharmexcil is also eyeing some of the markets in the Asia-Pacific region and the Latin America and the Caribbean region to cover them more intensively to increase the market share.